When you look at him, you see Rambo. You see muscles and a boxer who never falls. But few people see the man who was born with facial paralysis, the man the world dismissed before he could even speak. Welcome to The Deep Dig. Today we're looking at the real fight of Sylvester Stallone, a story about selling your own dog just to survive, about suffering a neck injury on set, and becoming a legend despite your own body. Sylvester Stallone's fight began the moment he was born. During a complicated delivery in New York in 1946, doctors used forceps. By accident, they severed a nerve in his face. The result was permanent paralysis of the lower left side of his face and a slurred speech pattern. What later became his iconic trademark was for his entire childhood a source of bullying and rejection. Teachers told him he would amount to nothing. By the early 1970s, Stallone was hitting rock bottom. He was a struggling actor sleeping at the Port Authority bus terminal in New York. He was so broke that he had to sell his beloved dog Butkus for roughly $50 just to buy food. The turning point came when he watched a boxing match. Muhammad Ali versus a complete underdog named Chuck Wepner. Wepner lost, but he stayed on his feet for 15 rounds. That night, Stallone went home and wrote the script for Rocky in a 3-day fever. Hollywood studios loved the script. They offered him up to $360,000, a fortune at the time. But there was a catch. They wanted a star: Robert Redford, Burt Reynolds. Stallone had barely $100 in the bank and a pregnant wife. He said no. He insisted he would play the lead, or he wouldn't sell. The studio eventually caved. They gave him a minimal budget. The rest is history. Rocky won the Oscar for Best Picture. Dolph Lundgren sent him to the ICU. During the filming of Rocky IV, Stallone wanted the fight scenes to look real. He told Dolph Lundgren to hit him for real for the first 15 seconds. Lundgren punched him so hard in the chest that Stallone's heart slammed against his breastbone. The pericardial sac swelled and began compressing the heart. He had to be airlifted to the hospital, where he spent 9 days in intensive care. Doctors said this type of injury is usually seen in victims of head-on car collisions. He sold his dog and bought him back. At his lowest point, he sold his beloved dog Butkus for $50 outside a liquor store because he couldn't afford to feed him. As soon as he received money for the Rocky script, he waited outside that same store for several days until the new owner returned. He bought Butkus back for several $1,000s, and the dog later appeared in Rocky as his faithful companion. He starred in an adult film. In complete desperation, after being evicted and sleeping at a bus terminal, he accepted a role in an adult film called The Party at Kitty and Studs. He was paid $200 for 2 days of work. Stallone has never denied it. It was either that or rob someone. He wanted to destroy Rambo. When Stallone saw the first rough cut of Rambo, First Blood, he was horrified. The film was over 3 hours long. Rambo talked constantly. He came across as angry, loud, and unlikable. Stallone believed the movie would destroy his career. He seriously considered buying the film's negative just to destroy it. Instead, he convinced the producers to remove most of his dialogue. By turning Rambo into a nearly silent, traumatized figure, the character gained depth. That decision saved the film. He is a serious painter. Stallone has painted since his youth. His style is heavily influenced by abstract expressionism. This is not a celebrity hobby. His paintings have been exhibited in prestigious museums, including the State Russian Museum in St. Petersburg and galleries in Nice, France. His works often sell for tens of thousands of dollars. He fractured a neck vertebra during the filming of The Expendables. In a fight scene with Stone Cold Steve Austin, the action went too far. Stallone suffered a hairline fracture of a cervical vertebra. He required surgery. Doctors inserted a metal plate into his neck to stabilize his spine. That plate remains in his body to this day. A rare Oscar record. Stallone is one of only 3 people in cinematic history to be nominated for both Best Original Screenplay and Best Actor for the same film. The others are Charlie Chaplin and Orson Welles. The film was Rocky. The turtles are still alive. The 2 turtles, Cuff and Link, that Rocky buys in the original 1976 film are still alive today. Stallone has cared for them for over 40 years. They even appeared in Creed II, 2018, more than 4 decades later. He rejected iconic roles. At the height of his fame, Stallone turned down some of the biggest roles in cinema history. He was considered for The Terminator, which went to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he declined the role of John McClane in Die Hard, which made Bruce Willis a star. He later admitted he regretted some of those decisions. Open about HGH use. In 2007, Stallone was detained in Australia with vials of human growth hormone. He did not deny it. He openly stated that HGH helped him recover from intense physical work and maintain quality of life at an advanced age, when used under medical supervision. Frank Stallone. His younger brother, Frank Stallone, is a successful musician and actor. Though he lives in Sylvester's shadow, Frank composed music for Staying Alive and frequently appears in cameos throughout Sylvester's films. International Boxing Hall of Fame. Despite never competing as a professional boxer, Stallone was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2011. The honor recognized his massive contribution to the global popularity of boxing through the Rocky franchise. Rambo's original suicide ending. In the original novel First Blood, Rambo dies. That ending was filmed. In it, Rambo forces Colonel Troutman to kill him. Test audiences hated the ending. Stallone insisted on reshooting it. Rambo survived. That decision made the entire franchise possible. His obsession with Edgar Allan Poe. Stallone is a lifelong admirer of Edgar Allan Poe. For years, he has written a screenplay about Poe's life. He calls it his passion project. Studios remain hesitant, unable to imagine an action star playing a fragile, tormented poet. Voice acting triumph. As a child, teachers told Stallone his speech impairment made acting impossible. DreamWorks disagreed. They cast him as Weaver in Ants, 1998, using his distinct voice as an advantage. He later voiced King Shark in The Suicide Squad, proving his critics wrong once again. Stallone's life isn't about muscles. It's about endurance. From a boy with a speech defect, to homelessness, to becoming an icon. He shows us that even our greatest flaws can become our signature. If this story resonated with you, subscribe. We'll see you next time.